everybody, Film Brown here. Been a while. Got these new digs. This is the new vault, and it's going to be our home for a while. It's kind of cool, ain't it? I mean, look at all this. We got some new cool gadgets to play with. This really cool Keystone Cop camera. Yep. And we're down in the vault, so you'll never know what's behind us half the time. We're going to kind of bring you some of the old style retro intros. I got a new cameraman, and I just picked him up out on the street. He said that he had some experience on this kind of stuff, and I'm hoping that's correct. I don't know what to call him though. I don't want to call him Smokey 2. That's not a. You got any, what do you want to be called there, young guy?
I don't know.
Okay, well maybe we'll figure that out as we go along. Hey, got a great movie for you tonight. This one here is one of my favorites. I like dinosaur movies. I like them a lot, King Dinosaur and stuff like that, Lost World, animated stop motion, or even those weird little iguanas with stuff stuck all over them. I like them guys too. This one here, okay, you want to make a dinosaur movie, but you kind of have not the greatest budget in the world. So what do? Well, you got these explorers who are working in a cave, and they have an explosion, and they release a dinosaur that makes this noise. That's the sound of horror bit. That's where the title comes from. So if you're figuring out where they thought of that, okay, it came from that. But the thing is, they got a great sound guy. I was just looking it up here. This guy named Alfonso Carvajal, or something like that. Carvajal? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. He's the sound man, so he's really the star of this thing. The special effects of this film was done by this guy named Manuel Baquero. I don't even know why they listed a special effects guy, because the dinosaur is invisible. You can't see him, and that's the whole point of this darn thing, and that's what makes it so cool. Now, you see an axe that flies in the air and sticks into something, and I guess that's special effects. But it's kind of cool. I was looking over the stuff this guy did before. He did the special effects for a fistful of dollars and for a few dollars more in Dracula versus Frankenstein. Now, I didn't realize there were invisible dinosaurs in those movies. But there must have been, right? Because, I think that's he's got on his card, his name, and it says, specializes in invisible dinosaurs for your movie. Okay. So be looking out for that. And it makes a great noise, this thing. Now, the film, I'm just looking over here, was written by this guy named Sam Aberbenel. You know what he wrote as well? Prehistoric Women. Now, I love that Prehistoric Women film where you learn how to build a fire and stuff, it's like, this is the first fire that ever got built and stuff like that. What a cool film. Likewise, the film stars this guy named James Philbrook, and he's an American actor. He's doing a lot of television stuff and things like that, but he, like a lot of actors who were not too good, okay? I kind of got, I can't find work in the U.S., I got to play sort of lackeys and henchmen. Now, where did they get the name henchman? I mean, what the? He's a henchman. I don't know. What is hench? It's not hunch. It's not like hunched over. He's a henchman, So what does that mean? But anyway, he played that kind of guy. But when he goes over to Europe, he gets big films like Sound of Horror, right? So he made a good choice there to go overseas to work on this 1966 film. He was also in this Django, A Bullet for You, which, we have Tarantino coming out with that Django film. So he was in one of those. He didn't play Django. No, he played some other guy. But he did a lot of Italian, Spanish films, as you see a lot of guys do at that time. It also has this person called Soledad Miranda. She plays Maria in this film. And actually, she was destined to be a big star. Not by looking at this movie. Okay, but she was destined to be a big star. She got hooked up with Jess Franco and did all the things like Count Dracula and Vampiros Lesbos and things like that. And unfortunately, she had just signed a contract that she was going to become a great actress and make lots of money and stuff like that because she was good. And she got in a car wreck and was killed. Wham. Not good. Okay. But anyway, so like I was just reading, Soledad was destined to be a legend. Well, that's easy to say. I like that. You get killed. They were going to be fantastic. I mean, they were going to be the one that invented perpetual motion machines and stuff like that. Yeah, we lost out on that. okay? That kind of thing. Now, this film also has, you read it in places, they say, oh, it's the first, but it's not really the first. It's the first credited film for Ingrid Pitt. Wow! What is that? They call them guys, Queen of the Screams. She's one of them. And she was in some great stuff. Wicker Man, Countess Dracula, Vampire Lovers, like that one, and The House That Dripped Blood. Okay, so Ingrid Pitt, so you'll see her in this really wonderful film. The music was done by this guy named Luis de Pablo, and he worked with Carlos Saura, which is big A-level Spanish stuff. He did the music for like Spirit of the Beehive and stuff like that. I kind of like that idea. I mean, you got this film, 1966, this Sound of Horror, and look who's working on it. You got Picasso, and you got, Leonardo da Vinci, and, just all the greats, all there working. What are we going to do? We get all these great artists together, and what? Hey, let's make Sound of Horror. And let's make a film with an invisible dinosaur in it. Yeah, and you look at these guys stuck in a house. Oh, yeah. And where did we get that idea? Oh, I just saw The Birds a few years earlier. I mean, this film is really Birds-like, Just think about it, right? I mean, these guys in Hitchcock film, invisible birds have gotten, stuck in it. But here, invisible dinosaur. I like the idea. I mean, I'm just thinking about it. It just boggles my mind that such a thing can be made. The film was directed by Jose Antonio Nieves Conde, okay? And I don't know a lot about him besides he made this film and did a fantastic job. Well, I hope you're going to enjoy this 1966 Sound of Horror thing. It's beautiful beyond words, as far as I can tell. And if we could have seen that dinosaur, it would have been a fantastically horrible-looking, monstrous thing. Maybe better than Godzilla, better than any of the great dinosaurs of all time type of movies. Because it's invisible, so we can imagine. Just as much as our Soledad there was going to be a great actress, but she got killed before she had a chance to do that. Okay? Never know fate.